All right, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. This is your boy Lewis with Demigods Gaming. So, on today's episode, we are going to work on getting a craft machine bench down and get some more upgraded on our items. So, our goal is going to be is we're going to craft the machine bench. From the machine bench, we are going to do the cement mixer. Once we have the cement mixer going, we can start doing the processes to get our concrete forge, which is the next tier up, so that way we can start burning additional things. And then from there, on another episode, we'll continue to work on getting the base to be electric. We're still gonna have to unlock the gold wire and the electronics. Electronics is towards the end game. We're gonna be using this a lot, so I want to start crafting it as of now. All right, with that being said, I hope everybody's enjoying their great Sunday. It is Easter today at the time of this recording. So I hope those of you that are watching, you guys had a great Easter. So let's go ahead and get the let's get the machine bench crafting. One of the things I'm going to give you guys a heads up to, it's been a pain in the butt during the playthroughs, that there's a little glitch in the game that it gets to the point in the crafting bench. Sometimes it doesn't want to craft your items, or it doesn't allow you to click on it and everything like that. I hope those of you watching have not suffered from that. I ran into that a couple times. So definitely keep that in mind as you're playing. When that notices, you're going to have to exit, close game, and restart all the way up. So with that being said, now that we have this, we're going to put this away. That way we don't have all kinds of machines up. And we're going to transfer everything over here. Alright, we'll get that transferred. Let's pick this up. We got our mortar and pestle. We're going to put the mortar and pestle right there on the side, right here. Alright, so in the mortar and pestle, we're going to do a lot of things. Crushed bone. I've noticed through my playthroughs that crushed bone is the best way to get epoxy because it's easier to get. You can make it with sulfur and tree sap. Another relatively easy item to get. I feel I get more bone than I can find these two. So this is why I use bone to craft. Go ahead and craft our epoxy, because you'll get that from cleaning. Alright. So now for the cement mixer. Cement mixer. What do we need? We need to get refined wood. We have to get iron ingots, which we still have. We need 20. We got to get 8 nails and 8 rope. So with that, since we have the fiber in there, let's go ahead and get the rope. We don't have enough fiber in there. Let's get some more fiber. Sounds like outside our base is getting attacked, so let's go take care of that. Take care of that. Come on, go ahead and skin it. Now with the knife, you can skin it. See? It's faster to take it down, but you'll wear down your knife. You know what? Let's try raising this guy up. Let's go ahead. We got some feed. We got some water. So we're going to start this process. I can kind of show you guys. So when you guys kill a mom that has a baby, you can have it, lead it to your base, put it to stop follow, make sure you have feed. Best way to do feed, I made the mistake in my first playthrough when I was doing it. I was making the feed seeds. Well, you need seed and fiber. I found out that it's easier just to start a crop plot and just use your crops that you grow at your base. If you go in here, we get some of my stuff. So if you guys take a look, so for the seeds, for the feed, you need 1 seed and wheat. You can do it this method. I did it this method. You're going to get a lot of fiber doing this method, which is nice because the fiber seed is easy to get. And on top of that, you'll get the fiber for when you do convert to biofuel, which I'll show you guys that. There's a couple different ways for you to get the biofuel, but I'll show you that later on. But for now, let's get ourselves set up real quick. Got to get my hot bars set up the way I like them to be. Those of you that are watching, do you guys have a specific way you guys set up your hot bar? I like to do it based off of the items I use the most and in the order I like to use them. Oop, not that. The only downside is if you do not have the animal that you're raising protected, then you're going to run into an issue of everything is going to try to attack it. Remember, this is Icarus. Everything is trying to kill you in this map. Let's go ahead and get that wolf so we can get the bone. Take it to the skinning bench. So what I like to do with the animals is I've built a habit of building like a little barn to keep them protected. It's not going to keep them fully protected because the animals are going to attack, but at least it gives you somewhat protection. All right, we're going to need water. Before you drink water, always make sure you have charcoal in here, which you do, because if not, your water is going to be tainted. All right, let's keep on going here. So for the cement mixer, what else are we needing? I need to do the 12/8 rope. Okay, get the 8 rope going. We're going to get another stack of ingots, which we should still have in here. Ingot. And we're going to make, I usually make these in 10s, so you get 100. Get that making. Put that in there. Now, you can, when you're crafting, you can have it on your character as well versus in the bench. I like to have it in the bench just in case anything happens. Now we need to do refined wood. How we do refined wood, we are going to have to put it in the carpentry bench, which I have yet to make because we haven't needed it. So let's go ahead and do the carpentry bench. There's another way you can do this. So we need another 12 rope. You know what? Let's just go ahead and make 16 because we burned through a lot of that. So the buddy of mine told me that if you put it into the mortar and pestle, as you take the tree sap, it gives you refined wood. I've never tried it, so let's go ahead and try it today. See what happens. All right, copper. So let's go get copper nails. We're going to do 12 copper. Later on when we find a node, it's not going to be a problem. But for right now, I'm just going to make as what we need. All right. So the mortar and pestle. Buddy of mine told me that he's noticed in the mortar and pestle, you can get refined. So let's test that. We're going to go max, 76. Take a look. He's noticed that it does it somewhat. I've never had that luck. Those of you that are watching, let me know if you guys have had that luck. I rather do it this method. So right now, let's see what else we're missing. We got wood. We need the nails. Once the nails are done, oh, there we go. 150 nails. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and craft that. While that's crafting, we're going to go ahead and drop off this food source. Go ahead and cook that. what we can do is the wrong one. Transfer. Put that there. No, I believe we have some coal, but I don't want to do that because I want to use the charcoal for other things. So what we're going to do, burn this up. Cut these up. Now, if you notice, I do have that perk that as I chop, as we continue to chop these things down, you do get, it automatically picks it up. See? No more having to go with the constant. And where do you find that at? If you go here down your tech tree, right here on the left hand side, keep on going down, keep on going down. To go, you want to get to down to here where it automatically chops. You do get this one, the proc. I have it on my other character, and it takes a while sometimes to proc because it is only a 1% chance. I'd rather not waste that point and allocate that point somewhere else, if you guys know what I mean. Alright, we're going to go here. Process going. Of course, constantly my guy's out of stamina. So now, with this, we have this bench. Alright, so if you take a look, I have bone on me. I have enough arrows, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab this, max it, let it do its thing there. Now we're going to put the carpentry bench down. We'll put it right here. You don't want to put nothing in front of windows because as you have storms, you're risking a chance to get it damaged. So you take a look here. There it is. We're going to craft as many as we can. So it's 5. You get refined wood. You get 5 per lumber. So we're going to get 500. Which is fine for us for now. So let's go ahead and get that crafting. Now the next step as well. Now that we did that, if you take a look at it, click there max. We only have enough to do that. So we're going to leave that there. Next thing we want to keep on going. So I'm going back and forth with the steel as we're doing it. With the steel, I rather use the iron ingots versus the ores, which is still the same kind of ratio when you're doing it, but we'll take care of that later on. We do have some steel. If I believe correctly, we have unlocked steel weapons, iron, platinum, steel. So we need to unlock our steel tools because with the steel tools, we'll be able to get platinum and aluminum, which we want to start harvesting that as of now. If you guys take a look, you see a couple beds. Me and my buddies were in here messing around the other day while we were getting some stuff off stream. Off recording. Let's go here. We need 50. And we're going to need some more nails. So let's get the nails that I just produced, the iron. Back, pop that in there. And then we should just be waiting on the cement mixer. In this case, we got 45. I believe if I was correct, that was enough for us to make it. We're close. We need 5 more. Which, we got them. Now we have the cement mixer. Let's go ahead and get that crafted. Oh, the sap. I'm going to show you guys a trick. How you guys can get your refined leather. Those of you that don't know, the game doesn't specifically tell you how to do it. So what you want to do is you want to have leather and sap. Okay? You're going to come over here. What we're going to do is we're actually going to build another drying rack. So for a drying rack, we are going to need wood. go get us some more wood. Reason is you will have one drying rack for food, and the other drying rack is going to be your leather production, your refined leather. And this wood, we're going to end up collecting it anyway, due to the fact is it's going to help you out down the road. So one of the things I keep on forgetting, get your food buffs. If you guys take a look, when you guys are eating food in this game, you get stat bonuses. Boom. We'll get that. We'll get that one. You're allowed to have up to 3 buffs going at a time. So we'll go with this one. Boom. If you take a look, now I got 3 food buffs going. When you guys kill boars, you guys will get the one for the boars, which is nice, because that gives you 15% plus 15% XP, which is nice, and you stack it with that 5%, now you're getting plus 20%. Alright, so with this one, you're going to go here, put that. If you take a look, it is producing your leather. And I do still love the mechanics. See how it shows up just right on there? So we got this one to help us produce leather. We have this one to help us produce food. That being said, let's go here. Our cement mixer is done. Let's go ahead and get him. Get it going. And this is why I was telling you that eventually this base will continue to get bigger, due to the fact of exactly this. We're going to keep on running into stuff. Now to make that, we're going to need to make cement. So to make cement, you need tree sap, stone, and silica ore. Now, because we had that stuff producing, we are going to produce tree sap. On top of that, you're going to use tree sap for the biofuel as well. All right, we're going to get that going. I'm going to get myself organized here real quick. Alright, now I got myself situated. Alright, now that we have the cement mixer, our next goal to have is we are going to make stone forge. So stone forge, you need 12 iron ingot. We got the epoxy. We're going to make, let's make some more rope. So let's get some more fiber. Okay. All right, craft that amount. Now from there, now that we have that, we're going to get another stack of iron. This is where I was telling you guys it's important to always make sure you have iron on standby. Okay. Now we just need 12 bags, 12 cement. So you're going to go here. All right. So we're going to have to go, because I don't believe I have any. Oh, we got some silica, which we'll take this with us. Yeah, we may have to go mining for stone. I thought I had some. Nope. Let's go ahead and go mine for some stone. I thought we had some here at the base. There we do. We got some right there. Take this bone as well. Okay. So how many can we make? We're gonna make 6. Epoxy, you will burn a lot through it when you guys are crafting on later tiers. So if you want to start producing it now, it wouldn't hurt. Let's go ahead and chop up some logs, some of this. While we're going this process, just always keep in mind that you guys want to continuously keep on stocking up on your resources. This is a survival game. It's a pretty brutal survival game. So the game itself doesn't tell you how to do anything, so you have to pay attention as you go. Get some stamina stacked up. So what that is you guys constantly always keep going. That's one of the tips I always give you guys. In the early stages, they have this thing called the ABCs. Always be crafting. So when you're playing your first early stages between level 1 and 5 or 10, the easiest way to do it is kill and always have your crafting going. It's going to help you get to level 10, so in level 10 you'll unlock the crafting bench, and that's when the game starts opening up more and more. Now another good way to do it as well, if you have buddies that play this game, this one's going to work more towards collecting exotics. So if you have other buddies that play this game, load your character on their world. You don't have to be on their world the whole time. Will you get the experience and the rend from missions? No. But every time they collect exotics and sell them on their world, as long as your character's there, guess what? You're going to get that exotics next time you load in. And next thing you know, you can have up to 500-600 exotics. It happens to me all the time. So that's another tip you guys can do in that process. Another good tip too is to use your skinning bench to skin. So if you kill something around your base and you can pick it up, put it in your bench, you can skin it right there, so that way you can always stay moving and being more efficient. Alright, so we believe we have enough stone. Yeah, now we got to go find some silicon, which we'll have some right here. The next thing, another thing we're going to unlock when we get to the biofuel system, I'm going to show you guys something when we get to that point that's going to help you out a lot, and it's going to make your cement mixer work a lot better. But we'll take care of that at that stage. Alright. There's another mastery you guys got. We got. So it looks like we have a rainstorm. One of the things I love about the detail in this game, look at the trees during storms. If it's a high windstorm, it'll knock down some of these trees. Go harvest them trees. Because when you go harvest them trees, it's going to make your life a million times easier. Alright, now that we have stone. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to craft the max. Boom, we have enough to do that. Let's go ahead and get that crafting. Since we just need 6 more. And we'll unlock the forge. So one of the things I was telling you guys when we were mining, if you guys take a look, do you see that little symbol right there? Let me move my mouse over here real quick. See that this little symbol right here? That is for water, meaning that you can attach a water line to this, which is going to help you with producing. It is optional, you don't need it, but it will help. Because if you take a look, let's see if it does it. It won't do it. But what it does, see right here, active water connection will increase processing speed. Where are we at? We're at 12. How are we going to get the water system? Water system, we are going to, that's where the biofuel system comes into play. Let's gotta find that. There you have that, the biofuel can. And you have your biofuel water pump. But in order to get this accomplished first, you guys have to make biofuel. And how do we make biofuel? Right there. We need 12 steel. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to make the compost. And after we're done making that, we're going to make this. You do not need to craft multiple But here's the problem. We haven't unlocked the gold wire, and we haven't unlocked the platinum. I haven't unlocked the platinum sheeting on this character. So with the platinum sheeting and the gold wire, but you can only smelt that in the concrete forge. Now do you understand why we're trying to get the concrete forge up so we can smelt some of this gold? Because we have the gold right here. We have about 140 gold ore, but we can't do anything. Now, with this going, this all say good to go. I need one more. We got one more right there. There it is. Boom. Let's get it crafting. Now that we're getting that crafted, what we can do is... Oop, wrong one. What we can do now is grab this, take all this out. We're not going to need this anymore. What you can do is leave this down to smelt whatever you can't, whatever you can smelt in it, and then leave this to smelt all the other ones. So we're going to do this, where you're constantly producing your stuff. So watch. We're going to put that in there, put the coal. Take a look now. We are producing gold. And then what you can do, because you will be having so much iron, you don't want to slow your concrete furnace down. Use it for copper and iron. Take a look. Boom. Iron ore, copper, and making your steel. We have copper ore right there. The steel ore, we're going to put the steel ore over here. So if you guys take a look, on this episode, we went from having a regular crafting bench to the machine bench to making our mixer to get our forge. So it's a process of elimination. These things you're going to need, because now, once we get another level up and unlock, I should go drink some water. I have water on me. I was saying, now we have all those in place. Now we can produce we'll be able to produce our biofuel compost, which we will, you know what, we're going to go ahead and do that. Since we have the steel, produce that. Show you guys this. With the biofuel composter, we need 20 and 8. Alright, we have 20 and 8. All we need is a cement mixer, so with that, we're going to go get ourselves some more stone. You know what? Now that I notice, my tools are getting ready to break. So let's go over here. Repair that, repair that, repair that. Boom. Our stamina is depleted, but we have our tools repaired. Now if you take a look at our food buffs are going down. So what are we going to do? Always keep your food buffs going. It's gonna help you out and save you a ton of time. Because now you have more stamina and you have more health. So now once we place the compost down. Next thing we have to do is we have to get another level up, because we're gonna have to unlock a couple things in order to make the water line. Once we make the water line, we can go ahead and make our pump, connect the pump, water pump, to the composter, the biofuel. Then from there, we can hook it up also from the water pump to the concrete mixer. So now what's going to happen is as we're mixing concrete, the time is going to be shorter. And when I hook it up, I'm going to show you guys how much more time are you saving in that process. It does save you a lot of time, and it makes it nice. And the best part is you can set it up, your wiring and your piping however you want. But biofuel is a nice, efficient way because all it requires is tree sap and seeds. You can get tree sap and wood, which is another good way to do it if you get to a point where you can't handle any more fiber, or you've harvested enough wood, convert it into fuel. And once we get the generator, now we're producing power to the base by biofuel. All right. Here, get the concrete mixer. Need to go grab some more silica ore. So as we go grab that, we'll get this going. Let's go find some. Oh, it's the tree I chopped down. Or it must have fell down during the storm. Come on. There we go. That's oxide, which we still need that too. A lot of times the silica ore and the nice part is right next to the base we have it as a deposit, which I'll show you guys how do you access that once we become automated with electric. Once I have electricity going, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. All right, let's go get some more silica. Should have some. I usually find them a lot along here. Looks like I have emptied out this cave pretty good. Good way to get your stuff back as well as you take those guys down. These sacks. I literally take my arrows back. Alright. So you guys take a look. We have copper ore. We need some of that. So we're going to take that with us. Our whole goal is we need a little bit more silica so we can get this done and going. Right there. Our stamina charge up. Let's go, Mr. Wolf. Get that going. We'll take that with us to the base. Alright, we got that all going. Now let's make our run back to the base. I always like to go with the bow just in case I find something. That I may want to take down. Whoop. Took down and went on that leap. And as we're going back to the base. Concrete mixer. Get 19 going. So if you guys take a look, takes every 3 minutes, it's going to make 1 cement. Put that stone in there. Another thing you guys want to do, if you guys take a look, see how many of those oxygen ladders I have. I have multiple, so that way I don't have to sit down and wait. All I have to do is grab it. Of course, I always make that mistake. Catch myself pressing that sensor bar quite often by accident. Then we'll go ahead and equip it. Now we have our suit producing constant oxygen to our character. Alright. So the only thing we're waiting now is 6 more bags. We need 6 more bags, which looks like it's 5. Alright. Now, boom. We'll craft that. We have that craft. This is what I'm telling you guys, that this game, everything is trying to get to you. And there's ways to deter that, but we won't unlock those till later on as we continue to level. That's more of a tier 3. Looking at more into tier 3 and tier 4s on how to keep that from not happening. We're not getting attacked at the base. Alright, now that we have the biofuel producing, now we just got to figure out where we're going to put it. We'll put it right here. Alright, so if you take a look, I have that down. These are the different ways to do it. I found that the easiest for me, the two that I find the easiest, is between the fiber and the sap and the wood. Now we need to make a couple cans, which we need iron. So you need 25 per can. I don't believe we have any iron anywhere. So I will have to go mining on that, but we'll do that on another episode. Alright, guys. So with that being said, thank you guys for stopping up, spending some time. We got a lot done. Quick recap. We went and upgraded our bench, went to a machine bench, got our concrete forge, got our concrete mixer, and started the process to make the base have biofuel system. So with that being said, it was a pretty good productive episode. Thank you guys for stopping up. Definitely, if you guys like what you saw, leave a like down below and leave me a comment. Let me know what processes you guys do when you're playing the game. Those are new to the channel. I appreciate you guys stopping up today. If you like what you saw, definitely press the like button, leave a comment down below, and on top of that, turn on your notifications. With turn on your notifications, YouTube will notify you whenever I post a new video or I go live. But besides that, all being said, guys, this is Lewis with Demigods Gaming, and thank you for stopping up, and you guys have a great Easter. Talk to you later.